Is going on, fellow gamers? I'm back at you with another video. And this time, I have a commission that I just recently finished. I really liked how these guys came out, so I wanted to pop on here, make a little video about them. But after I'm done talking about these cars, stick around, because I have a little bit more talk on what's going to be coming up next on the channel. But anyway, I got these two Lamborghinis and a Ferrari. And the guy had several different ideas that he wanted to do with these bad boys. First of all, he had a couple of ideas he wanted to do with Speed Racer. And that's where the white pinstripe with the arrows on all their hoods came from. Because I believe the Speed Racer helmet has the pinstripe with the arrow, if I do remember correctly. Then he wanted numbers on all the hoods. And he wanted this red and white theme throughout all three cars. He also wanted roses on all the hoods because he has a theme with something to do with the roses, and he wanted these roses on all the hoods. So I went on there and I free-handed in all those roses on all the hoods. All the weapons you see on these cars are from Ken's shop. You know, Ken, we all know, makes super cool parts, and whenever I get to use them, it just adds that little touch to the car that just brings it over the top. There you have a minigun on top of the Lamborghini, and I put some metal plates inside the windows. I got the cages in the side windows, and also throughout the cars you got these yellow triangles on the sides, and the yellow triangles have clovers. Now, they took a little bit of battle damage, so on some of them you can't see them as well, but you have yellow triangles with clovers on the right and left side of the cars. And I had a lot of fun doing this Lamborghini, because I was able to, you know, take some exhaust piping and put it in the side windows, add the engine in the back. That was super cool. I had a really good time working on the Lamborghini. That was my favorite one to work on out of all three. Then I took a bunch of grime, I dirtied up the tires, and also another thing he wanted on all the cars was white rims. You know, of course they got a little muddied up, but still the white rims do pop pretty nice against the red paint scheme, which I thought was pretty cool. The overall theme is pretty sick, and I like the way it turned out. You know, this team is very slick. It has that real Italian sports car feel, and it's super cool. When we move over to the Ferrari, I had a good time working with all three of these cars. But the Ferrari, what I liked about the Ferrari is you really can't find Ferraris anymore for Matchbox cars. Just finding Ferraris in this scale isn't as easy as it was a few years ago. And I think Hot Wheels they lost the IP to make Ferraris, so that's why you don't see any Ferraris anymore. So when I got this Ferrari, I was really excited that I get to tear into it and do it up for Gaslands. What he wanted on the right and left side of the windows, he wanted numbers on the hood, but he wanted it kind of on like the side wheel wells, and I think that looked fantastic. It was a really good placement for those numbers. It matched the hood really nice, and again you got the white pinstripe with the arrow, you got the roses on the hood to tie in with the other two cars. And I wanted to paint the windows. I didn't want to put metal plates on these windows. I didn't want to do much to the Ferrari because the profile was really good. Now those rockets on the back, that's not from Ken's shop. I believe that's a Warhammer 40k bit, and they fit the back of the Ferrari pretty nice. And that's the only thing I didn't have to change. When these came in, they were already worked on by somebody else, and I had to go in, I had to pull off a couple of weapons, a couple of pieces of armor that the client wanted changed. So I went in there, and the only thing that I kept on were those rocket launchers, because he liked them, I liked them. I thought they fit the Ferrari really nice, so I kept them. I took some green stuff and I puttied in the engine on the hood of the Ferrari. I thought that came out pretty good. And overall, I was totally happy with these guys. I thought they came out super cool. Now, I know everybody's been waiting for this bad boy to get painted. I didn't forget about the war rig. It's coming up. But you know what? I want to give this thing the paint job it deserves. I don't want to rush through it. And with the holidays, things got crazy. And it kept on getting pushed back. I had commissions coming up. I had other projects popping up in between. And I didn't get a chance to slap paint down. And I was also waiting for all the figures. What I did do was, I did a little bit of extra work to the body. And I did get all of the figures that are going to be all over this thing. I got the guy to sit in the throne. He's right there. He's going to pop right in there. I got to position him properly. But what I did was I sculpted some fur onto the throne. I thought that was really cool. And I can't wait to get all these guys painted and get them attached to the back of this truck. Now that the holidays are over and I don't got the wife tossing up roadblocks and the kids popping up with their potlucks for school. Which, when did we start having potlucks in school where we all get together, we all bring food, and the kids are running around like maniacs, they're out of control, they're jumping off classroom tables, one kid's whipping around nunchucks, and everybody's sharing all this food that I don't even know what their kitchen looks like. If it's dirty, if it's clean, get out of here with this stuff. But what I did get to do was, I sat down, I made myself a cup of ginger tea. I got some of these awesome biscuits I get from this little place near my house. They're like made there fresh. They're super good. And the bags of cars were getting out of control. So I woke up one day. I put on The Punisher season 2. So I was like, I gotta watch this thing. I thought the first season was awesome. So I was super pumped about season 2 coming on. So I popped it on, got on my robe. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. This is gonna be a lazy Sunday. I got my ginger tea, I got my crackers, and what I did was, I was in my closet that I have all my gaming stuff in, and just bags of Matchbox cars are getting out of control. They're all over the place, and I can't get to anything else without having to dig my way through bags of Matchbox cars. It's getting out of control. It is getting out of control. So what I'm doing is I'm consolidating, making some space. So I know this is going to bug a lot of you people out, but I'm cutting back sort of off of these things to make some room. And I know there's going to be a lot of you purists out there that like to keep a lot of your cars new in the blister. You like to keep the blisters as neat and crease-free as possible. Maybe you want to get them graded. Maybe you want to get someone to come down and say, hey, this is a fair condition. This is mint condition. You get a little stamp. You put it on there. You hang it on your wall. And all you do is look at it. Listen, I'm cutting into these things. I'm going to open all of them up. So I'm cutting the blisters off. Because I want to play some Gaslands with these things. Can you please get off my case? All I want to do is play some Gaslands and modify some cars. Is that okay with everybody? Is that okay? Well, anyway, what I also wanted to talk about was I'm going to be getting back to my once a week schedule of releasing videos. Before the holidays, I was doing a video either once a week or once every 2 weeks, or sometimes I would do 2 videos in like 10 days. I was out of control, and I was having a good time with it, and I'm still having a great time. I love making content for Gaslands. I love making content for other games as well. So expect to see some content on some games like Shadespire and other games in that nature. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in for another video. You guys are fantastic. I say that every video I make because I really do appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch my videos and comment on it. It's super fun. And don't forget about the contest I have coming up. You know, once I get to 1,000 subs, I'm putting everybody into a pool. I'm picking a name out. I'm painting up a car or I'm painting up a figure and I'm going to ship it out to you. So don't forget about that. And when I hit the 2,000 mark there's going to be another contest, which is going to be same thing. I'm going to pull a random sub out of a hat, and we're going to do a whole team. So we're going to do 3 cars or 3 miniatures on foot. It's going to be super cool once we hit that mark. So don't forget about that. Also, jump down in the comments. Tell me some stuff you might want to see. Maybe there's a car you want to see done, or a theme you want to see done, or some weaponry. Let me know. Any terrain you want to see worked on. Jump in the comments. Let's talk about it, and maybe we could get another future project rolling. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace. Heavy machine gun. Oh! 6 wounds! Fantastic.